Earlier on this year, I travelled all the way to Germany to get fitted for a set of Vice VG IO1 irons. They look absolutely remarkable. I love the feel, love the performance, and to be honest, love the price. So today we're going to test them against what I think is the best hollow-bodied iron on the market. It is rather expensive, as you can see here, at over £1,000. So how can the Vice VG IO1 compare to the Taylormade P790 iron? Now, as you can see, two very good looking irons. I think in that category, these are two of the best looking by far. The Vice, obviously very customizable, not just with specs, but with colors and everything else. And the Taylormade jam-packed with technology to help you with your game. So guys, do me a favor, get in the comments below. If you were spending over £1,000, would the Taylormade be the club for you? If you wanted to save a couple of £100, maybe delve into around the £700 mark, would the Vice VGIO1 irons be the ones for you? Today we're going to put them to the test, see which ones perform best for me, and hopefully that'll help you guys make up your mind. Right, well, on the first tee here at Woolley Park Golf Club, we'll hit the Vice irons first. Also, Bobby's come out clutch today, haven't you, Bob?
Tried.
Because this is my tyre currently. That's not ideal. And with changing the car, what else have we changed, Bob?
You've got Vice shoes on.
I left my shoes. I left my shoes. These are Bob's shoes. I left my shoes in my car. We've had a bit of a nightmare. But anyway, so guys, throw a like on it for Bob for being a hero this morning and rescuing me. Right. Vice VGIO1. The lofts on these are pretty identical. There's that half a degree difference. And these look really nice down at the ball. So straight away you can see with that ball flight, a lovely penetrating ball flight, really nice turf interaction there, and a lovely shot down the middle of this fairway. One of the things that I absolutely love about these golf clubs is that turf interaction you can generate, and I got fitted for the Vice Golf Whiz 105S, so a very similar shaft as to what we do have in that P790, and they're designed by, yeah, it's Aldilla Woods, isn't it? So is that where potentially you're saving your money? Which could be the case. Right, we will go again. I mean, you know what, the grips, I think all DTC brands should have a partnership with either Lampkin or Golf Pride or somebody along those lines, but Vice have actually done a really good job of their own grip. It feels really nice. I've used these quite a lot and they're not wearing too much, so you're not necessarily skimping on the grips. Can we hit that same ball flight again? Really nice carbon copy. That's a better line. That's more the line I'm aiming on. I'm aiming for the post in the middle of the fairway, and that is pretty perfect. So if we have a look at this Vice iron, and you'll see Bob have left the towel in the car. We'll have to do it the old-fashioned way and just give it one of them and pop it back in the bag. But now we come to the P790. The P790 has loads and loads of tech in here. We are going to talk numbers for these clubs as the video goes on, so stay tuned for that. You can see a lovely forged element in there as well, and in the 7-iron we have the through slot speed pocket, so that helps that kind of ball speed on low face hits. What would you go, Bob, if you had to? Would you go 790? Would you go Vice? You were a huge fan of the Vice in Germany, weren't you?
I do like the Vice.
Do you think there's a market for people who want to be a little bit different, who don't want to be that mainstream OEM brand? I think there is. I really do think there is. Now this looks really traditional down at the ball. Like, you can't believe there's that much technology in it. So let's hit a couple of these and see down this fairway what we can get. A little bit more offset by the look. Nice top line. Oh, that was really good, wasn't it? I must admit, with the morning I've had, I'm absolutely shocked as to how well I'm swinging these this morning, so this could be a really good test. Guys, make sure you do subscribe if you haven't done already and throw a like on this video. Am I going to have to go back and get the towel? I think I am, aren't I, at some point? We'll do that, Bob. We might even get Bob a mic as well. Should we do that? Give Bob a voice. He's moving into his new house this week, so Bob's full of beans, you could say. How's wardrobe making going, Bob? Slow and painful. Right, we're going to try and hit another one. We are going to hit different ball flights as this video goes on, but for now, you see that's the one that, if that ball's up there with the other three, which I think it might be very interesting, because I've hit that really low on the face. The through slot speed pocket has helped massively with that ball speed maintenance, maintaining the ball speed and the spin rate to still get it to launch okay. Merry Christmas. Right, so whatever Bob says, this is like on your social medias where you're like, my views are my own and whatever, not his, because whatever he comes out with, God help us.
Could be your last video of this.
We could be done, mate, couldn't we? So I do think it's quite interesting when we talk about clubs like this and Vice Golf especially. Vice were always known for making golf balls. They were known for disrupting the market. They even had a bit of a lawsuit with Titleist, as we found out when we visited the guys over. And look at this, that's how I hit this morning, Bob. I'm really hoping it's not a cracked alloy, which it could be. But it's really interesting because being disruptive, the big brands don't necessarily like that. And I do think that actually the way they're going about the business is very, very, very clever, because it does appeal to the younger market. I think it does appeal to some of the newer golfers, and having that kind of direct to consumer kind of way of doing it, you can, even if you save yourself £300-400, that's a lot of money, isn't it? That's a lot of money for so many golfers. So realistically, do these Vice irons have to perform as well as the P790s, or can they just perform pretty good? You can see here we've actually got 4 balls up in the fairway, some very, very close to each other, but what I am really impressed with, as you can see there, is the P790 one, the final shot we hit, which was a bit low on the face, still done pretty well. You could throw a blanket over pretty much all of those. I do look at that longer, I mean, look at these, Bob. Look how close together they are.
So close.
I know it's wintry and you can't really see some of them because there's mud on them, but for kind of first shots, that's the final shot of the P790, Vice P790. So like, really, like if this is a green, I know we're hitting tee shots, but I'm pretty happy with that, are you?
I would
Let's
be.
continue. Right, so this is prime location where some of these irons may struggle. So the hollow bodied aspect is fantastic if you want forgiveness, if you want distance, but on a little bit of a downslope in some moist rough, this is where you don't want to see the ball go along. I'd be quite happy here. We're 170 yards out, so right on the cusp of where we can hit these clubs. We'll go P790 first, but I don't want to see that one that just keeps going and going and going. You know, like where the spin drops to like 3,500. A green in reg's a good shot from here. I do like testing clubs not just from off the tee and on the fairway.
Oh, wow.
I've struck that really nice. Just turning slightly to the left. But that's good, that's exactly flag high, so we're taking that all day long realistically. This one's sat down a little bit more.
Wow.
Oh, Bob, how good is that? There's a club twirl there, that could be close.
Great shot.
That's where this P790, and the reason why I've compared this Vice Club with the P790 is because the P790 was the godfather of hollow-bodied goodness. It was absolutely game-changing in its time, and every iteration that they've managed has got incrementally better, to the point where this is like one of the best golf clubs money can buy. Yes, it's expensive. Things are expensive at the moment. You know what's expensive, Bob? Tyres and alloy wheels. You can tell it's there. Right, let's see what the Vice can do, because we've got 10 feet to beat. And the consistency of distance was really good. This is interesting because that's a skinny one. It's just to the left. It's the same line as the first P790, but that's actually done quite well for distance. Quite well for distance. Wasn't the best strike. It didn't launch amazingly well. We'll not put it in a divot because that doesn't really seem overly fair. We'll put it there. Right. Play that nice big fade in like we managed with the P790 out this rough.
Shot.
There we go.
Two
Could this be even better?
Oh, go in.
Go in.
Oh.
Right, we'll get down there and see where those are. But one of the big things I really want to get across in this video is golf clubs at the moment are really, really good. People often think that I'm overly positive, but when you see a club like this that comes to disrupt the market and you can see that it performs really, really well, I think we owe it to them to have a bit of positivity. Is it a tyre or is it a wheel, Bob? Okay, so what I'm over the moon about there is, first of all, hitting 2 shots inside 10 feet, one of them inside about 5 feet with the Vice. The Vice is the one on the right hand side, To be honest, that could just be the kind of kick it's took. You can see that the balls have pitched actually just here with the P790, and it's pitched on the green just there with the Vice. So very similar run outs out of the rough. I'm very impressed with that as a stop. The course is quite moist at the moment, but it's playing incredible. And even the shots that we kind of pulled a little bit, that's what I'm looking to see. I'm looking to see that ball doesn't go long, doesn't go in that bunker, which with previous iterations of hollow bodied irons, it may well have done, especially pulling it from a downhill lie out of the moist rough. I'm gonna give that to the Vice, to be honest. The furthest one away is the Vice, but the closest one's the Vice. So we'll go one apiece, we'll talk some numbers, and then we'll finish this on my favourite hole on this golf course, and you can decide which iron is the best for value and for performance. Okay, so as you can see, the projector isn't working in the studio, but we did manage to test both these 7 irons for numbers, and it was really, really interesting because one of the things that I wanted to see was, first of all, how far do these clubs go? How do they perform on miss hits, which I think I've got a pretty good opinion of, and what happens to the spin rate on both these clubs, because these are both designed to go a long way. They're both designed to be nice and forgiving, and I think that's exactly what you're getting with these hollow-bodied outfits. The one thing I'll say as well is just how good both these clubs feel. The forged element to them does really make them feel nice and premium, even with there being a slight difference, obviously, in the price to these clubs. So as you can see, ball speed-wise, the P790 does take it a little bit. I put that down to that through-slot speed pocket. I did hit a couple of shots low on the face. However, the spin was a little bit lower, so that just shows exactly what I'm thinking in my head with the strikes there. And a really nice spin rate with the Vice, actually, at just over 6,000. And as you can see, carrying well over 170 with the Taylormade and just under 170 with the Vice. So I'll put that to you guys. Which one do you think is performing better for the numbers? Would you rather have that little bit more distance or that little bit more spin with the technology in these heads? Okay, imagine this. You've hit a lovely safe tee shot down here on the 5th hole here at Woolley Park Golf, with one of my favourite holes. You've got left in 170 yards to a tight right flag. Do you go with the 1,100 pound Taylormade P790, or do you go with the 739 pound, at the time of filming, Vice VGI 01? I think here, you know who the winner is, Bob?
Ooh.
There's a clear winner, and I'll get to it when I've hit these two shots. We're going to finish on this and have a nearest to pin. But you saw with the numbers, like, these are two really good performing clubs, and I think anyone, I cut for chase, Bob. Golf's the winner. You're the winner. Everyone, what? Because golf clubs are that good now. Yeah, you can go and spend more, and you can get a little bit of extra R&D and obviously history. And you can hit shots like that. That's a gorgeous strike with the P790. It's clung on nicely, it's pitched on the green, and that's what, 20 feet away?
Might not even be that.
Really, really enjoyable shot. Lovely turf interaction, doing everything I want it to do. Or you could be different. And there's nothing wrong with being a bit different. There's nothing wrong with trying these OEM brands. I do feel like, especially being able to fit these online and get them in the specs that you want, does make a big difference. And have your different coloured hosels and different paint colours and everything. And hopefully you hit them like that. That's all over it, by the way, isn't it? Is that the right distance? Yes, it is. So that's 2 greens in regulation, 2 really good shots. Let's get up there, see how they've both reacted, and see which one you should be spending your money on. So as you can see, Vice pitched just on the right hand side of the green, released up 20 feet away just to the right hand side. Taylormade pitched exactly the same distance, just pulled it a little bit so it was more on this left side, but it's actually stopped quite nicely again, a very similar distance away. So when it comes to it, what should you spend your money on? Like I said earlier, guys, I think these are 2 fantastic golf clubs in that hollow-bodied category, and there's definitely a market out there for the Titleist, or the Taylormade, and of course the Vice golf clubs. So make sure you check them out, guys, if you're in the market for new clubs. Thank you so much for your time, as always, and we'll see you all at exactly the same time tomorrow. Don't be late, Bob will get you.
I will.